Buonasera Juventini, ciao Juventini of the world, how are you doing? I'm Beppe, as you know, and I'm doing well. I hope you are doing the same. Ragazzi, we start with international break. It is international break and we know it. It's the time of the year that we are the most scared about, we Juventini. And actually, to be honest, we started quite well with international break day one. And we have already a few Juventini that were obliged to give up already. One, for sure, 100%, we are speaking about Locatelli. The other one is Moiskin that had to stop the training, or he was not able to take part of the entire training. Cambiaso, swollen ankle, he will be monitored, maybe he can stay, maybe not. I would be sad for Cambiaso, to tell you the truth, because Cambiaso is a guy that received his first call up. Pay attention, because it's a super important international break for Italy, because they can potentially qualify for the Euro, because they are playing two important games, extremely important games. So it's not that, they don't want to play or they are just faking that they are injured. We will come back to the injuries of Locatelli, Cambiaso. Another one that is giving up is Dean Huijsen, for example. Milik was not called up. So, disaster. I was reading a bit earlier about the guys that will be able to train at La Continassa in the next coming days from the first team, but really training, not the one at the J Medical or in the infirmary. Well, the people that will train are Perin, Pinsoglio, two goalkeepers that at the moment are not even playing, Rugani and Milik. That's it. All the other ones, or they are gone, or they are with injury problems. So, disaster. Thomas is saying, ciao a tutti. I hope none of you are injured. Well, today, I'm a bit scared, and not only about our players, but even about the Juventini, because, it's international break, and it's just day one. They will be back. The last one should be Bremer after playing against Argentina, if I'm not wrong. We are playing the 26th. I think that they will be back between the 22nd, 23rd. So it's 10 days. It's really 10 days, and that will be extremely long. Punzara is saying Fabrizio confirmed that Juve wants info about Sancho. This is something that we can talk about, of course, a bit earlier. I already prepared that one here. What we will do today, before speaking about Sancho, also, I wanted to speak about something else, not the Golden Globe, but I wanted to speak about this one, about Cristiana Girelli. Just a few seconds. Girelli, that is the number 10 of Juventus. She arrived in the second year of the creation of Juve. Girelli scored fantastic goals, a lot of goals, important goals. She's one of the most representative players of our Juventus women. Well, today she entered in the Hall of Fame of the Italian football, and it's really something that is making me proud. I believe all of us Juventini should be proud of that accomplishment, because it's something just unique and fantastic. So congratulations to Cristiana Girelli, that I had the honor already to interview on Twitch end of last season, if I'm not wrong, end of last season or beginning of this, no, end of last season. And she was just fantastic, and she was also explaining that she was collecting shirts, she was a big fan of Juventus already as a kid, etc., etc. So no, I'm happy, I'm really sincerely happy about Cristiana Girelli. But what we will do today, it's Monday. And on Monday, what we do, it's a bit like in the past when I was a kid. And I was listening, there was no mobile phone, there was no internet. Only the lucky ones, they had television in their room, the rich person, the lucky one. And I was sleeping at my grandmother's house. I had a small room there, and I remember that in the night I was listening to the French radio, Fun Radio at the time, and there was Antenne Libre. Antenne Libre meant, at a certain moment there was a free green number that you could call, and people, they could enter calling, and then they had a debate, they spoke about something, they it was just like, go free, talk about whatever you want to. And here on Monday, it's already, I believe, the third or the fourth week that we started to install it. If some of you, they want to enter, maximum 2, it's one at a time, but like maximum 2, otherwise it's always difficult with technical problems and so on. You let me know. For the members of the channel, this is my gift for you as well, because you are giving me so much with the channel. Also, becoming members, if you want to enter. I know that some already wrote me some messages on Instagram in the week telling me, Beppe, the next time I want to come. So if you are there, if you already told me or not, but if you want to, if you are ready, if you are dressed up, pay attention, let me know here in the comment, and then write me on or Instagram or Telegram in DM. You tell me where you wrote me so that I can send you the link, and then we go towards that screen, me in a part and someone else, where we can speak, of course, about the international break, or the last game against Cagliari, or the fact that Juventus has +6 on Milan, or -2 on Inter, because it's two different stories that we can see. And that we can narrate, that we can speak. We can speak about Mercato if you want to. We can speak about whatever you want, of course, related to Juve. Let me know in the chat. If not, I continue to speak about what I want. Nice hat, Baldini. Grazie, Vlad. No, it's that I found that brand. I think it's called Rain. And I have both this color and also the color in black. So I really like them. It's nice, quite nice. I like them. Ciao to Elod. I wrote a message to Elod. I know that you replied to me, and I will read it later, because normally I should go to Torino earlier than expected. Surprise. That could be a nice one, a really nice one. It's not that much Juve related. It's football related. It is in Torino. Maybe some of you can guess, huh? But it's not official yet, so I'm waiting. But it should, maybe. There are possibilities that I can go somewhere. So let's try. Going to Torino earlier than expected. It's not 100% related to Juve, but to football. Why should I go to Torino? If, again, I'm always cautious with officialities until it's official. Then, but if you want to try to guess, go for it before we start speaking. Wait, I thought you were wearing the Lecce colors. No, it's a bit the Lecce colors, of course, but it's another scarf that I have here. I will show you in a second. Ciao Chef, Andy Golding is saying Golden Boy Award, but that's a bit why I had this page open. Wait here. I would love to go to the Golden Boy Award. Look who the people that should be there. Jude Bellingham, Jamal Musiala, Xavi Simons, Alejandro Balde, you have Wirtz, Sesko, Scalvini, Højlund, Bakayoko, Vermeeren from Antwerp. Maybe I can go with him. I can ask him, Vermeeren, if you go by car, take me with you. There are some great players that should be there. Also, Zaire Emery could be there. I don't know yet the list of the people that will be there, but at least it's the finalist. I would love to go there, I would love to go there. Yeah, indeed. Maurizio from Around Turin went last year, so I would love to go. Not sure 100% because it's not that you buy a ticket online. It's not that it's free for everyone. You should receive an invitation. Otherwise, you can't go. But it's organized by Tuttosport, so who knows? Maybe I need to buy a suit because I don't have suits anymore. I'm always dressed in Juve. So is there someone that wants to enter the live today with me to speak about Juve? Yes or no? Let me know, ragazzi. Now take your bravery, take your courage. If you don't want to, we start. Speaking about football. No, speaking about this one, by the way, before speaking about Juve, uh, I bought two scarves, by the way. The other one, I don't know where it is. I don't know. But here you can read sang et or. Sang et or in two colors. Sang et or. What does that mean, sang et or? Sang et or means blood and gold. Blood and gold. Actually, with the logo of RC Lens. That is a team from the north of France. Lens, really close to Lille. Wait, Lille, because I know. Wait, let's first try if there is someone else. If not, you can enter again because you went here, I believe, 2 weeks ago. So if nobody in like 5 minutes, then I will let you enter again. No, because I went there because it was Lens Marseille, and if you want a small recap, the game was boring, actually. They scored at the 90th minute, which was fun, but I have to admit, it was the first time I went to the Stade Bollard. Mamma mia, ragazzi. Mamma mia, ragazzi. Oh, the atmosphere was fantastic, eh? Fantastic. The speaker was fantastic. You arrive at the stadium, there is already a really nice ambiance, atmosphere. You arrive there. I love the fact that at a certain moment you have, before the game, the speaker is starting to call the names of all the members that were doing the birthday, I believe, in the last 2 weeks, or since the last game at home. You know, calling the name by person and saying, this person, 37 years, happy birthday. This person, I don't know, 55, happy birthday. This person, 13 years old. So that's a really touching moment, or at least a nice moment for the fans, you know, to be recognized. Then I also liked that there were, I believe, two people that passed away in the last few weeks that were fans of Lens, and they were mentioned on the channel, like this person unfortunately passed away, but not football players or so on, really like fans. And I have to say that this was something that I didn't see in other stadium where I went to. It was the first time, and I really appreciated that. Then the fact that how they are calling players, it's, you know, when they are entering for the lineups, for the formation, you know, when they are announcing the formations. Well, in most of the stadium, I hear like the surname, like I don't know. For example, Daniele, and then the stadium says Rugani. Or sometimes you hear, you know, the number 27, Daniele Rugani. It depends. Well, here, every single player, but I promise you, every single player, starting 11 and on the bench, they received like an intro sentence, you know, like the one that scored so many goals, or the one that is coming from South America, from Mexico, that is known as the Tiki-Taka, I don't know, whatever, the Maradona from Turkey. Anyway, every single player has a personalized sentence, which was actually quite funny. Then you have the game that starts. You have the speaker that is asking to everyone that to turn themselves with the scarves in the air, turning themselves, you know, singing chapeau, chapeau. Then you have like 4 sections in the stadium, and you don't have, you know, like just one part of the stadium with a ultra. No, it's really, you have, I don't know how it's divided, but you have like atmosphere and ultras on the right side. You had them in front, a huge part, a big section, and then on the left. So the 3 parts were really, you know, taking everyone with them. Sometimes it was a bit unorganized because you have one that starts, then the other one starts as well. But most of the time they were quite organized with tempo, sometimes all of them together. No, great. Then the smoke, yellow and red. Fantastic. And they sung from the first minute until the end. In the halftime, there were also some activities with some American penalties with some youngsters from the youth academy. Then there were also some contests with a sponsor, you know, like the Hit the Bar. And there were 2 fans that were selected, and they could win €3,000 if they touched the bar. They didn't. So, you know. No, it was really nice. Really nice, I have to admit. There were things that I didn't like that much, but really nice. Elod, Beppe, my PC is ready. Wait, my PC is ready, Beppe. I can join too if there is nobody else. Elod didn't go on the channel yet, huh? So Alessio is saying would love to be on the channel one day, Beppe. Unfortunately, I can't tonight. No, but we open with this Monday night session with the fans. So, Elod, if you want to, I know, of course, your Instagram DM. So I will send you the link. You know it. If you have problems, try to enter with Google Chrome. Try to enter with Google Chrome. That's the best one. And I will send you the link on Instagram, Elod. Speak me, tell me about whatever you want to. And then, of course, we'll speak about international break and about everything that we have to speak about. Let me check if Elod saw the message, which is great. That's already a first great thing, you know, when they watch and when they see the message. Hopefully, they will have nothing wrong with the microphone today. I have already my first question ready for Elod. Do you know where Bassano del Grappa is? Yes. Actually, I know it quite well. Yeah. Des7 is telling me, Beppe, who are the most likely to arrive in December, January? Calvin Phillips is more than a defensive midfielder. Why him? But I made quite a lot of videos about that one, DSC7. Waiting for Elod. I can tell you that, but I will come back on that one because Elod is back. He's back. No, he's back. He just arrived. So let's try if we can hear and see Elod. Ciao, my friend.
Hello.
I hear you. You hear me?
I can hear you as well.
Grande.
I can hear you perfectly.
Fantastic. People, can you tell me if you hear Elod well or if there is an echo or whatever? Because I know that sometimes this might happen. So try to present yourself, Elod, because I already know you, of course, for the people. And then if they have problems with the sound, I will interrupt you.
Okay, sure. So my name is Elod. I'm from Romania, and I'm like a really strange hybrid, let's say, if people don't know. My native language is Hungarian. There's a little part in Romania, which, let's say, I was born in Romania, but my father language is Hungarian. But we are totally fine in this community, in this area. I'm living in a city called Târgu Mureș in Romania. So it's close to Cluj area. That's where I flew from to Italy. Usually there's a big airport there, and I can go anytime. Usually to Bergamo airport, so it's nice. I can plan ahead. So if you want, we can talk about this. How you usually plan a trip to Turin as a supporter from abroad. So
we already met in real life. This is something that makes me really super happy because Elod, he was there in front of the stadium before the game. He came to say hello. Super kind. So again, thank you. I spent a quite nice moment with Elod before the game. We spoke about Juve. We spoke about whatever. It was a really nice moment that made me happy. So again, thank you, Elod. But I have immediately the first question for you, Elod. How are you looking at the ranking? Are you looking at the ranking with Juventus is minus 2 points from Inter, or are you looking at Juventus is at the moment plus 6 from Milan, plus 8 from Napoli, plus 9, etc., etc.?
Well, I think the best way to look at is from where we started. I trust Allegri. I think I'm in the middle of the anti-Allegri. Always try to find the middle ground. So as we started the year with having this goal of reaching the top 4, I think we are in a very good spot. So I cannot judge Allegri for the roster that he has now and what he achieved until now. I'm very happy with it. So I think if we battle in this top two and we can keep this distance at least 4, 6 points always from the third place, I think it would be perfect. I would be very happy for that.
How did you start your day? Because you start immediately with international break. You say, okay, great. We have like 2 weeks without drama. Day one, the first news: Locatelli, yeah, broken rib. Actually, yeah, broken rib. So, by the way, for the people that do not know, maybe I can explain a bit about Locatelli before going to the other ones. Locatelli apparently, around the 6th minute of Juventus Cagliari, had a broken rib, and he continued to play until the end of the game, suffering, of course, suffering. He confirmed him himself because there was a message from a fan on Twitter, and he retweeted or he liked the message and he said thank you. But so with a broken rib, he played. That means that he went to the Italian national team, because when you are called up, you have to go. They made the test and then they said we had to send him home. So what are at the moment the prognosis? Because Juventus still need to control, but it is that for 7 days, 8 days, depending, they need like full rest. That means no training sessions, nothing, just staying in bed, and it is what it is. And then from Monday, Tuesday next week, checking how he's going, if he can resume training, or if it's not healing and he needs to stay even more. You can't, just like when you break your leg or whatever, you can't do that when you are breaking a rib, which is a super annoying news. It's true that we are recuperating Rabiot, but without Locatelli, we start having a problem. So how did you react to the first news this morning?
Yeah, I felt sorry for Lukaku because I know how it feels. I think 2 years ago I went to indoor football because I play a bit of futsal, we call it, and 4 versus 4, and I broke a rib. So I think I healed for at least 2 months. So
Now.
no, 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I can feel for the guy. I know how it is when you just have to stay like this all day and just wait for it to heal. So he's in the hands of professionals. So hopefully in 10 days, when we are back versus Inter, he can play because we really need him. He started to get momentum. It was really amazing how you said that everybody on Twitter, I see that everybody is just slamming Locatelli, that he's invisible in the field. But when you see it from the stadium, how he speaks with everybody on the field and looks around, it reminded me. I was in Cluj um, this year when the European Under 21 Championship was here, and I was really attentive on Miretti and Rovella.
Yeah,
And Rovella is the same type of player, so he always looks around, he looks
it's
back,
true.
he looks right, left, and I was sad when he went, but now we can see why Juve chose to sell him.
No, but I'm happy that you're confirming, because sometimes, when you're alone to fight for a battle, and maybe sometimes you are just wrong, But I'm happy that there are people that are also recognizing it. And most of the people that went to the stadium and saw Locatelli playing, they are always impressed about the quantity that he's offering, especially off the ball. Which you don't always see on television. So I'm super happy that you confirm, but it's a problem. Because, okay, let's see how it will happen, but what if, Elod? What if he's not there? It's far away. We don't know yet. We don't have all the information, but what is the first solution that comes in mind to build a team? Playing against Inter.
Yeah, we still need a regista, so I wouldn't put from the first minute Hans Nicolosi, but try to think of still a three-man midfield with McKennie, with Rabiot. Rabiot, of course, is back, and to select someone between Miretti.
I was saying hello to all of these in the chat,
Oh,
so I was
sorry.
not sorry. I was not interrupting you. There is just Salka that is saying, sadly, Beppe, the last few lives aren't coming true for me. Very bad lagging issue. Is anyone else experiencing this lately? Um, Let me know, guys, because I see here Vlad that is saying yes, but not this time. So let me know if you have some problems with lags or whatever, because then I need to check something or to fix something, because
Yeah,
that should not be.
I turned my phone and TV off and everything so it doesn't create echoes and such. So I'm not attentive to the chat this time.
You're not why. No, no, that's why, because with the new thing that I'm trying, the people can't read the messages. In the past, they could, but now they can't anymore. But the people are not that much reactive this evening. They are not. It's perfect for Steve, for Lil G as well. For me, it's working perfectly. So then it's maybe this time Salka that has a problem. So sorry that I interrupted you. You were saying about the lineup without Locatelli.
Yes, probably for consistency, I would go with the same midfield as we were the last game, and instead of Bloca, Rabiot would enter. So we need to see who would be a better regista.
That's Rabiot, McKennie, and Miretti.
Yes,
Hey, I don't know if they are. The problem is that Locatelli played all the games, so
yes. I don't remember the last time who played the regista instead of Locatelli. So.
it's true. It's true. We have to go to last year. I have that somewhere in my archives now by heart. I don't remember. Maybe someone in the chat. The last game that Locatelli didn't play. Oh, maybe we can do that. Let me go in the meanwhile to transfer market. I will check the last game that Locatelli didn't play with Juventus. It was last year. That's a fact. So Locatelli. I'm checking in the meanwhile. Huh?
Yeah, if we had Rovella on the bench, then you can drop him in, but not this time.
On the other side, you had Max that said last time, I see Nicolussi more as a regista, so in the role of Locatelli. And he entered also last time, so he already made his official debut. You would not start him immediately if you have no solution, if he's not there, of course, Locatelli.
Max can always surprise you, so we don't see everything what is obvious to the people that they see in the training session. So you never know. I would like it. It would surprise me, but I would like it. He would be really pumped as a true Juventino. Same like Fagioli was started last year versus Inter, and he was man of the match. So I was happy to be there live. Andy mentioned me in the comment. It was like 1 year ago already. It was 6th of November.
We have here already answers for Jacek that is saying the last time we played against Cremonese and we played with Fagioli, Rabiot, Paredes. Of course, and Fagioli and Rabiot are not there. Fagioli and Paredes, because it's Rabiot that will be there. There was another game indeed, I remember, from Lil G that said, wasn't it Barrenechea? Barrenechea played against Torino. I remember that game where Locatelli was suspended. There was also the game that we lost, unfortunately, against Sassuolo. And here we had, let me try to check. Yeah, again, Fagioli, Rabiot, Paredes. So it would be something totally unique if Locatelli would not be back. So hopefully he will be back. And hopefully it's not that serious, but so it's annoying, eh? Also because then you have the other one, swollen ankle from Cambiaso, and that arrived shortly after. Did you heard about the two news simultaneously, or you heard first Locatelli and like 5 minutes later Cambiaso?
No, I was working and I saw on my phone Loca, and I just heard it from you. I think you mentioned it somewhere about Cambiaso, and I was just like, okay, we can't even put him as a mezzala now.
It's true. No, because indeed, now that that I'm thinking about it, it's true that Ealing Jr. played there also last time a bit. but it didn't really impress me. I don't believe that's the role of Ealing Jr. I know that Max is testing. I believe more out of necessity than something else, but it's annoying. Luckily, it's at day one because you have still like 2 weeks. But if it would arrive like in 5 days, in 1 week, it's a real disaster because we are really short. Huh?
Yeah, for sure. Ealing would be a perfect for the 4-3-3, but unfortunately, I can agree with Max that for consistency, he's just a bench player for now. I'm sorry for the guy because he's a really big talent, and I wouldn't be surprised if Premier League clubs come knocking now in the January transfer window.
But today there was a news. Apparently, Tottenham, that is with one injury after the other as well. Tottenham is asking information to go to Ealing Junior. He's not playing with us, and when he's playing, he's not even playing his role because we have a lot of people on the left. Is he a player? Because you said I would not be surprised, but with the team that we have now, with the necessities that we have, is he a player that you would sell?
If we're speaking about financial economics, for sure I would sell, but I would like to see him if we change formation next year, if we get fullbacks, I would love to see a 4-3-3, Sule back, him back on left wing, how they played in the under 19 Youth Champions League when I watched them. That would be nice.
Yeah, no, it's true. In the Youth Champions League, they were doing these positions. Sule on the right, Ealing on the left. And no, they were
Yeah,
doing quite
Gerti
well.
back as a mezzala.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Elot, there is the question, not the question, the remark, the comment about Andy that is saying Cambiaso was really terrible versus Cagliari. How did you rate the performance of Cambiaso on the right side?
He was a bit frenetic, I think, after that game against Verona. He was really pumped up, probably, and he wanted to do much more than his role was, basically. I think that was the reason. You have players like this, you have to hold them back. He reminds me of, I saw in the Golden Boy nominees Kerkez, so he's Hungarian. I will watch him this weekend. I'll go to Budapest for Hungary versus Montenegro, and he's a bit like that. I really wanted him at Juve when there were rumors for for Lazio. Then he went to Premier League, of course. Uh, and his playmates always say that calma, calma. You have don't all game go up and down, get your stamina low. So I see the same things in Cambia. So I saw also him. I was shouting him to give your jersey to me in Cluj when he was playing because he's a true Juventino. He waved back at me, but that was it.
He didn't give the shirt. Huh?
No,
You tried. You
I
tried.
try. You have to try.
You have to try. You're collecting shirts as well, Elod?
Yes, I'm the type of guy who uses these applications where people just put them online, and
Oh yeah.
yes, yes, yes. And I find these gems. So, my training. How do you call it, training jumper that you saw when we met in front of Turin. That was also like I found it for like 20 euros. They were selling it at the female section because it had some pink on it. So I tried to find these gems always.
It's actually a funny side story because I was looking, when I was preparing my luggage. I couldn't take a lot with me because we were not traveling with a big luggage, but just and I was looking at okay, what do I put on to go to the stadium? And I remember that I found back my 11-12 black training kit, with the pink borders like that from Nike. And I said, that's a really beautiful, nice vintage one. And maybe I put this one on. But then I thought, okay, first of all, I bought it in 2011, 2010, 12, and I had like 10 or 15 kilos less. So that's already the first problem. Secondly, then I go to Juve with the Nike sign. Maybe it's better to go with Adidas. And then I left it home. And when I went in front of the stadium, I saw Elod. Elod had that one that I was just having in my hand. So that was, I think, a nice one. Marco says, I have too much scarves. Need to move to shirts. But you know what? I'm looking for the second one because I bought a second one. And I don't. Here. Because the problem is that when we go to a stadium with my son, look, I have like a lot of Juve, but I have here. This one is from the club that I'm going from time to time in Belgium. Okay, that was in second division and was promoted. Then yesterday we went to the stadium and my son said, "Hey, I need a shirt." So he a scarf, sorry, and he bought this scarf, the original one. I need as well. Then I bought this one, and we every time we like it's like two per two per two. And luckily, it's not shirts from other team. But yesterday I was watching. I said, you know what? Maybe I go for a shirt from Lost. And then I said, Beppe, stop exaggerating. Especially because now you have the new collection of Juve that is coming out with the Christmas jumper. You have the white, nice collection from originals of Adidas. So there is too much money to spend. In calma, tranquilli.
Yeah, I found recently a Euro 2004 Dutch international jersey with Davids on it, so I had to buy that one.
But at the moment, I always limited myself with Juve. Even if I have a few other shirts. Strange, yesterday I was supporting Lens, and they were playing against Marseille. And that's one of the old shirts of Marseille that I have like here. And it's really strange because I have zero memory how I ever got that shirt. I don't know if I bought it, if I received. I have no idea. It just went out of my memory. I just know that I have it here in my collection. Why? I don't know.
But question for you, being let's say French native speaker, did you have in your childhood a French team that you supported? Do you remember before Juve or now?
No, because at home we have always supported Italy. So we don't support Belgium. We don't watch Belgium. We have no interest in Belgium. Also, Belgium league we don't watch. We have always followed Italian football, Italian national team. We grew up with our family that is 100% Italian. So when we were watching the games, it was only Italian national team. So no, I have zero. But it's true, and not a lot of people know that my mother is Italian, but she was born in France. So in a way, I could say that somewhere, there is a small percentage of me that has a bit, French influence. But no, because she considered herself also from Sicily and not from France. Even she grew up there for a few years before moving then to Belgium. But no, we are Italian, so no connection. Then it's true, of course, that when you are living in Belgium, in the past, especially as a kid, there was not all Italian football available like today. It was a different period. So on television, you had like French television, and they were showing, especially on Sunday, it was a show called, and that still exists today, Téléfoot. And every Sunday morning, that was the show that you had to watch because they were speaking about French football first and then international football. So that was a show that you were watching there. So, of course, in the beginning years, I was also following a bit Ligue 1, etc., but never have been a big fan. I don't support a team in France or in other countries, except of Juve.
Yes, I remember on Eurosport there was like a small highlight reel that I watched from, because there was no internet and not for me either in my childhood. And I remember just recording VCRs with those highlight reels, rewatching, and that was the era of, let's say, when Zidane was at the Juve. So that was the time when I started to be interested in football. My first memory of a big tournament was France '98. So from that period onwards, I started following football. But I think the moment when it clicked for me for Juve, it was the final for the Champions League final of 2003, because I remember more the semifinal versus Real Madrid when I said that this team. I will never stop supporting after that game with Nedved's goal and Del Piero's performance and David's Grinta back in CDM. So that was the moment when it all clicked for me. And after that, I remember watching Serie B every game that was on like a third level channel in Romania. So I never missed a game after that.
Ah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. What is your favorite game ever from Juve?
Phew, I cannot choose.
It's difficult. Choosing is really difficult.
From recently was the Juve Inter that I watched from the Socios VIP. So that was a great experience. That's another type of watching the game. I now could compare being in the curva, singing, chanting, screaming my lungs out, and the other part. That's why you don't see people coming out to sing the training. Every seat is empty if you see the TV, because everybody's back in the background just sipping their nice glass of wine, having a nice dinner that's included in all the VIP tickets. So everybody just comes out when the players come out and just sit
Uh,
on the.
I did, I believe, like 2 or 3 times VIP experience. I believe one time in Bruges, twice in Juve, or 3 times. I don't remember. Anyway, but it's really conflicting because in a way you are really there enjoying your moment because it's really nice and you see the beauty of inside the stadium. You have access to a glass of champagne. You have snacks or sometimes even a restaurant depending what level of a VIP you received. But you know that at that moment you have the warm up, you have Juve players, and at the end you are there for a game. So it's really always a bit a conflict of what do I do? How long do I stay? Where? When? I know. I 100% understand that one.
Yeah, I have a little memory here from, if you see it, the two. One was Juve
Yeah.
Torino and the other one is Juve Inter. And the first one in Juve Torino, I said it was after COVID. It like they just sit you uh, far from people. I was like eating alone. No waiter was coming. I said the game is starting. What the hell are we doing? I just ate like two grissinis and I was off. I want to see the players, not waiting for that zuppa or whatever.
Johnny saying Roma 3, Juventus 4 was epic. Yeah, that was a big game. That was a big game as well. But especially, these kind of remontada are fantastic. Juve 2, Cagliari 1. Every Juve win is a mega win. I am happy for Cale Stolpe. How is Juve doing at the moment? Because there are some people that are complaining, they are not happy, and they say that this kind of football is absolutely not sustainable in the long run. And then you have the other people that are saying, "Oh, Juve is winning. It's a long time ago that Juventus was not after 12 games really competing." So what is your reflection on that? And before you answer, Helicopter wrote, "Is someone other than me having issues with YouTube?" Well, we asked. There was one person, Salkat, that had problems with lags of YouTube, but for the other people, it was perfect. So I don't know what is happening. Let me check myself, because it should not happen. I don't know where it's coming from. So wait, of course there is first the here. I see perfectly, guys. I have no lags. It's going perfectly, guys. I'm sorry. So, sorry, Elod. Your time to answer.
Um, I think it reminds me really of that first season of Conte, where everybody was sacrificing themselves. I saw Matri's interview that he was the top goal scorer for Juve with 10 goals, and every midfielder, every defender was scoring. So I would love an ending like that one. What more could you want as a supporter after all this terrible years, let's say, with Juve being unlucky for outside the field topics mostly rather than on the field. So if we win every game 1-0 ugly in an ugly manner or with the goal of Cambiasso like we saw I will grow my hair gray, but I will be happy.
Look, it's true because some people they forget, or some people they don't remember, or they don't have experienced it. But if you're looking at the first season of Antonio Conte, what we remember is, of course, the Grinta going back to winning the Scudetto after being in second division. We remember a fantastic, beautiful opening game against Parma. That is one of the epic games, of the last 20 years because everything was beautiful. We remember that Juve Milan in the stadium with 2 goals of Marchisio. We remember a lot of things of that season. But if you're looking at the results, we win the 2 first game, then we do 2 draws. We win another one, we go with again 2 draws. We win 2 other ones, another draw. We win 2 other ones, a draw. We win, we draw. We win, we draw. Then you have 3 wins in a row, we draw. We win, we draw, we win, we draw, we win, we win, we win, we draw, we win. And then you have a big streak around April where the team was really conscious about what they were doing. But now this year we lost 1 time, we drew 2 times. But if you're really looking at the season of Antonio Conte, or that first one that is epic, that is in the memory of everyone, as you said, we had no top striker because Matri finished with 10 goals in total competition because Coppa Italia included. You had Vucinic and Marchisio as well with 10. So you had no outstanding striker that season. There were some fantastic players, Pirlo, fantastic, etc., but not the entire team was made of stars like you can speak about, in 14-15 or in 17-18. So it's different, and it's true that season has a lot of similarities. But if we are praising that much the cycle of Conte, especially that first year, that was a really beautiful football of Conte. Well, there were Elod went away. Something happened with Elod. Wait, let me check if I can put him on again.
I lost him for a second.
He's back. So if you are looking a bit at that season, I believe that in today's internet world, we would have been pissed off with that season after 12 games where we're not first, where okay, we didn't lose yet, but we had so many draws. I think that a lot of people would have been really angry as well. So I like when you are referring and comparing a bit to that season.
Yes, I'm always skeptical about today's social media. I despised it always, but you just can't get all the information if you don't follow the people you like yourself and some other accounts. So usually I just block accounts that I don't like, and I just keep the positive information for myself. So usually that's how I roll.
There is a Jim that is saying the other teams were much weaker too. Well, it depends, because that's also another debate, not referring to Jim, but I want to pick up on that one. But if you're looking at the other teams back then, Inter was strong that year, because 2 years before they won the Scudetto, okay, they were in a declining phase after winning the treble in 2010. But Milan was extremely strong with Thiago Silva, Ibrahimovic. It's true that there was not the competition of Napoli back then because they came also from Serie B and they needed time to build up. Probably Roma, etc., were not great in that season. It's true. So there was a bit less competition, but still there were some big teams like Milan, like Inter, that were good teams. If I remember well, it was Tramaccioni at Inter, and he did a bit of mistakes there. But what I wanted to pick up on is that I heard a lot of time that Juventini, they are going with diminishing the victories of Juve in the 9 years of win, because Juve was winning because there was no competition. They were mediocre championship, and that's why Juventus won for 9 years. Last year, and actually the year before as well, people were praising Serie A because it was the most unpredictable league, because there was a big competition. Juventus is not able to win anymore because there is now a competition. And you know what I start to read again online? That this year we are back to be a mediocre league. I don't understand it, how you can change towards, when Juve is doing well, we are a mediocre year. Last year, Juve was doing bad, and then it's a fantastic league. It's the best league of the world. I don't understand that way of changing from, depending what fits the agenda. What's your point on about changing opinion every single time?
Yeah, we can see that everything is subjective in Italy, especially in the media. So I myself prefer to have my tutto sport. So that's what I brought home from Italy. I compared it. So I don't care about what Gazzetta says because they're biased. So it's the same. It's the same with the people who are commenting this side of the story that. Uh, they cannot take back the trophies. They will come back with comments. So
True.
you have to you have to do something to diminish those 9 years of dominance. But for example, they don't go back to. I mean, I don't know about the French media, but they don't go back to Lyon. That they were rubbish back then for 8 9 years.
It's true. It's true because, but I don't. What I hear, because I don't live in France, of course, but what I hear every time on French television about Lyon is how much they are praising that moment. They were not saying Lyon was winning because the other ones were weak. They were praising that dominance of 7 years of win. Elod, maybe I will let someone else enter, but I wanted to ask you if you had the topic that we didn't speak about that you wanted to touch upon, the last one, or a question or a comment that you wanted to do before we close the stream.
No, I think just a big thank you for everyone joining the chat and just to say continue the good work. I was happy to meet you live and just to speak 2 3 sentences, uh, beer something. So it was a pleasure to meet Felice as well. We talked about FIFA, just normal things. So it was great. It's I can just tell to everyone in the chat, don't be afraid to plan a trip. We are here. You can reach out. I have experience in just low budget traveling, so any advice can be given. So just fly to Milano, Torino, everywhere, so we can good we can give you good tips on where to stay, where to eat something good, where to drink a nice coffee. So it's awesome.
Elod, grazie. Good evening, my friend.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
It's nice to have Elot on the channel. That was really, really nice. Elot, are you in the UFN? It's too late, Bogdan. You have to write him in the chat. When he will appear again, you have to ask him again a question. LGJ said good conversation. I like these Mondays. I really like these Mondays because we have every time, someone else that is entering, giving opinion, even if I already met Elod in real life. But it's nice that you can also see the face of the people who are writing in the chat. Is always nice. Is there someone else? I know that Lilji wanted to enter. Is there someone else? If not, we go with Lilji. I have a pleasure to have a Lilji on, but not that long because we'll go with the 10 minutes. Then we do a recap about what happened in the meanwhile. Bogdan wants to come live. Okay, grande Bogdan, because Bogdan didn't go on the live since we started with these shows. So Bogdan, wait, because I think that Bogdan, I have him on Instagram, right? Bogdan, where's Bogdan? I don't know if I can find you here like that. Bogdan, write me a message or on Instagram or on Telegram, whatever, private Telegram. Write me a message so that I can share you the link. Marco is enjoying the show, but it's nice, huh? Once a week, we enter, and then we have conversation about everything. Where is Bogdan? Bogdan. Let me check. Here he is. Here is my friend Bogdan. So I can send him as well the link. So you know it, Bogdan. If you are listening, you know it. Or not, the best is via Google Chrome, so you have no problem. And so you can enter. Grande Bogdan. I'm happy. Guys, if you have questions for the guests, go for it. Huh? Vlad is experienced lagging. But some people told me apparently it's YouTube himself. I'm sorry. This is quickly becoming my reason to sleep late on Monday. Being finish time, it's currently 1 a.m. Who needs sleep when there is Beppe on right? Here is midnight, but I know what you mean when you're saying sleeping late. But thank you, Zidark. So waiting for Bogdan to connect. Here he is. Here is our friend Bogdan. Attenzione, I see a good camera. Ciao, Bogdan. How are you doing, buddy?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. That's perfect.
Okay, great.
Let me center you. Okay, I centered you. I did it myself. How are you doing, Bogdan?
I'm fine. I'm just saw Elliot coming in. He said he's my compatriot from Romania, and I said I have to come in.
So you're also from Romania?
Yes.
Mamma mia, today Romanian night. Forza Adrian Mutu, I want to say that.
Yeah, it was a good player.
I liked him a lot. I liked him really a lot.
Yeah, too bad he had that extra sportive problems, but it was.
On the other side, it's also thanks to the extra sportive things that he became a Juve player. Otherwise, probably he would never have come to Juve.
Yeah, probably yes.
Did you become a Juve supporter because of Adrian Mutu or before?
No. I was a Juve supporter back in 1999-20.
Okay.
And back then I was very small. I don't know, around 14, 13 years. So we were just like with the gang from the place I was living. So we gather up, play football every day, and each of us try to support the team. Everybody was supporting Real Madrid, Barcelona, Milan, or the other cup team from Milan. And I said I liked. I saw the first time Edgar Davids, and then Del Piero, Nedved, and then this is how the love became. After seeing all of these great players back then.
But you know, Edgar Davids is really an example of the guy that you watch and you fall in love with football.
Exactly.
It is the looks, the attitude, the skills. He was really one. He makes you fall in love with. Absolutely.
Yeah. It was. Somebody showed me. Look at this guy playing with glasses. I say, "Where? Wow, he plays with glasses. How can a football player play with glasses?" So then I started making some research. I found out he was playing for Juve, and this is how it all went ahead.
Bogdan, don't tell me yet, but do you have the name of a player on your shirt?
Yes,
okay.
I have.
Don't tell me. Wait, yeah. Is it a player or is it your name?
Do you want me to be honest with that? It's my name.
Okay. No, otherwise I would have asked to the people to guess the name of the shirt.
Yeah, probably make a poll.
Okay, yeah, and then of course, if it's your name, then it's difficult. Do you have a number on it?
Yes, it's
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Okay, is it between 1 and 30?
way higher.
It's higher. Okay, then spoil. Go for it.
87.
87. Okay,
It's the year I was born.
like Juve, but a bit
Yeah.
later. A bit later. But what about Juve? The moment of Juve. I asked the same question to Elod. How do you see Juve? You are looking at the ranking. You have three options. One, with the -2 from Inter, or the +6, +8, +9 towards the other one, or you're not looking at the ranking.
I can make two theories. One, if I'm a Juve optimistic, I just see it on first place. If I'm trying to be realistic, I'm seeing it as a top 4.
And what is Bogdan inside? The positive of the realist.
Well, this year it's more of the positive than the realist.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like,
What made you turn to be positive this year?
well, I saw a different, let's not so say gameplay or how the team plays, but I see a lot of more positivity in how we are playing. I know the results are not great, just maybe 1-0, but there's something there. There's a little spark in there that just makes you believe in it and feel it that this year might make a surprise.
What would be the surprise for you? Winning the Scudetto?
Yes, winning the Scudetto. And probably as a bonus, maybe the cup, but
If you take back your realistic side, when do you think, or what should happen for Bogdan to totally forget about that realistic side? Is it a specific month? Is it a specific distance of points that you say, okay, now I really forget about that realistic and I believe that we can win it? Because now, of course, after 12 games, it's a bit early to be sure. Is there, or is it a game style that would change, or maybe your strikers to score goals again because they looks like they forgot a bit how to do it?
On the funny side, I can say that hope there will be no more international breaks, which they will
Still
not
one
do.
to go in March.
Still want to go. I know. But to be realistic, making me believe in the Scudetto is maybe some transfers in January,
Okay.
which I see around 20% happening. Maybe Samarzic. We all want Kefren Ram. I know it's your dream. Also, on the top 5 players, realistically, believing that could come to Juve, maybe Samarzic will be something that can change a little bit the gameplay. But I still believe in it, and maybe if the win on Sunday, I think 26 versus Inter, that will make me believe a lot that we can have a chance.
If I give you a paper and I tell you, Bogdan, you don't know about the result, whatever, draw against Inter, would you sign that paper?
At this moment, yes.
You would?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I can ask the chat. That's a really good poll, actually. Mommy, so from time to time, I have these kind of good questions in my head. Wait, start a poll. Sign. Do you sign now? Do you sign now for a draw versus Inter? Yes or no? As simple as that. Let's see what the people will say in the chat, because I already see here no way from Jim. Vlad is saying yes. Cole is saying I would. Johnny, no, I go full out war to get the win from Andy Golding. I will accept only the win for LJJ. So let's see what the people will say. At the moment, it's still tight, the votes. But there is a wait, who? Jim that is saying that's not the Juve mentality. Look, I think that, okay, Juve mentality, it's a good point, but on the other side, you don't have to underestimate the fact that you don't have Danilo for that game, Pogba, Fagioli, because we forget about them because they are not here anymore. But guys, these were players we were counting on, eh? They are not there. Inter has much more depth at Juve. Your strikers are not scoring. You hear that Locatelli has that rib problem. Not sure if he will be back. Cambiaso swollen ankle. We don't know. I would also vote for no because I'm an endless positive. But on the other side, when you're thinking in a realistic way, I could understand it, because if you take your chance, you lose, you are going at -4. No, even more. -5. Yeah, -5. Then it starts to be a lot, huh?
Yep. I remember this afternoon I was hearing about when I was driving from work to home, and I was hearing your video today, and you start telling about the Milan players that this one is injured, this one is injured, this one is injured, this one is suspended, and like say, okay, there are a lot of players, and then I usually I see the morning videos, and after that I read the Telegram news, because it's right above the movie, and it's kind of like a bit of a spoiler from the
Yeah,
video.
it's true. You know that from time to time, that's a good point. From time to time, I'm about to write something especially in the morning, yeah, in the Telegram group, and then I said, if I write it here now, then I will speak about it on the video, and for people that are watching, they will already know. So sometimes I'm happy that you said that.
Yeah. I've noticed it, that each time after the morning video comes out, and then all the news start blinking, and my telephone goes wild with all of the notifications. And so I'm keeping myself from the movie, and then after that I'll read. And after I saw the movie, and then I saw Locatelli, Cambiaso, Keane. It's like, oh my god, the curse has come back.
But on the other side, look, because I made a short, I think, or something like that on Instagram, because I was pissed off with international break. But on the other side, this time after one day, they didn't even really train. Can we really blame international break? No, because
No.
Locatelli injured himself with Juve. Cambiaso, I don't know if he arrived like that, or if it happened today. I think he arrived like that as well. So it's annoying, yeah. It's really annoying for me. And also, I'm not a big fan of having all these international break, because there are a lot of them. You have one in September, one in October, one in November. It's a lot. We are calling it break, but it's not really a break, because the players, they are actually spending more energy than when they are staying in their home. So, disaster.
Yeah.
What made you happy this season, and what made you not angry, but what you really think we have to do better, or a bit less, a bit more sad, or whatever?
Well, what made me happy was the win against Milan, and Locatelli scored. He's one of my top favorite players in this Juventus. What makes me sad is obvious, the game against Sassuolo, because it's like Allegri said, like you said, and like everybody said, it's how we entered the game that was already lost before we stepped on the
I
field.
agree.
So let's not try to blame ourselves too much, because if we start thinking that we lost this game, we can remember last year we've had those points versus Salernitana, those points there, those points there. So It's kind of similar to the Romanian national team that last year was lost, I think 2 years ago, lost the qualification and the same thing because we draw versus that team, we lost versus that team. That could be one. But yeah.
You said about Locatelli, that's one of your top player of the Juventus. Who is, according to you, in an objective way, the one that delivered the most in the 12 games that we played until now?
Well, delivered the most. I probably will say the defense. That they will be very, very solid because Vlahovic had a good month in August, then disappeared. Chiesa has its up and downs. He's not very constant in his performance. And then I would love to see more of Timothy Weah, but probably his first season is like everybody's the accommodation season, or maybe even the formation doesn't help him a little bit.
But you know, the annoying part is he started to grow, because in the beginning he had some difficulty to understand and so on, because adapting to Max is difficult. By the way, ciao Steve Cano, see you tomorrow morning. But it's quite difficult for a player that is young, comes from Liga, but then he started to adapt, to understand, to grow, and we put back McKennie in the middle, injured. This one was a real annoying one, the injury of Weah.
Exactly. He was just starting to play well, and then it was hit by the injury.
I'm reading the chat. Some people are saying Bremer. Bremer most consistent. I don't agree with Bremer because I really didn't like his initial part of the season. Then if we are looking at now, against Milan, Fiorentina, and the last game, he did extremely well, and I'm super happy to see him back at the level that we are expecting. But I don't forget the beginning of the season where it was not good. According to me, it was not good. I was expecting much more from him. So, no, I don't agree with Bremer.
Yeah, McKennie can be an option that it's in, let's say, top 3 performing. We might say that Rugani stepped up into that top 3 with his latest performances. Usually Rugani, from what I've saw in the last years, usually when he starts playing, after 2 or 3 or 4 matches, he scores. So it's no doubt about from what I saw in the past years.
I wrote him on Instagram, and he was happy. He was happy that he scored, but he wanted it. He really wanted. He said, it's a goal that I'm missing now since long time, and I really want to score. So he was extremely happy. He said the most ugly goal of his career. He said on Instagram.
Yeah, I rewatched the highlights today, and I re-saw again how he scored, and was like, okay.
But anyway, a goal is a goal, huh?
Exactly. I don't know if you watched the Chelsea City. Haaland scores with his back.
Well, it's true. I didn't watch the game because I was in France. I was at the stadium, and I was in the store of Lens, and I was watching the score. I said to my son, "Oh, look, it's 3-3." Then 1 second later, oh, it's 4-3. Then it's 4-4. So, but I didn't watch the game. But this morning I watched the highlights of the game, and I saw Haaland scoring. Like sliding into the goal, taking that ball, with the back and putting it in. And we were watching, and we were saying, the guy is a beast. At a certain moment, he's also doing a fantastic control. Right before he missed that one, but he's taking that ball with his right foot. He's going with his left. That was a fantastic movement. And I like both, a player that is able to do these fantastic things, but on the other side, also scoring a really dirty goal, because the goal is a goal. Basta.
Exactly. The goal. Yeah,
I agree.
It doesn't matter if you score it, it's there. If VAR cannot cancel it, then it's okay.
That's another big problem, huh? Oh, ragazzi, do you have question for Bogdan? I saw a question, I believe, earlier that was asking for your favorite player and coach, if I'm not wrong. Ciao Vincenzo, by the way. I don't remember what it was, but I think that was the question. Favorite, I believe, ever, all time from Juve. Player and coach.
Yeah, probably like a very common answer is Del Piero. But when I start watching Juve more frequently, I like Nedved. Probably back in the early 2000s, it was very difficult to watch Juventus on TV because we didn't have that cable. Some televisions started broadcasting the Serie A rights. It was like five televisions that broadcasted Serie A matches. It was like you have to search all of them to see where Juve plays. And yes, Del Piero was top, and probably coach. I will be, let's say, very probably unpopular, but Conte was the coach that, let's say, rose us back like the phoenix with that nine winning Scudetto.
But
Nine, sorry, not nine winning, but
he started the nine.
started the cycle. Yes, yes, yes.
But it's
Probably I would have said Lippi, but let's go for Conte because
But it's not an unpopular one, huh? I remember the difficulties of Juve being in second division, coming back, giving hope because we finished one time second, one time third. Then that hope went away. We finished twice seventh. And what he brought in the 3 years was a total different Juve. So no, it's not an unpopular one. Then the way that he left can be unpopular, but what he brought was fantastic. There is also Thomas is saying, why aren't the lives working for me these days? Sometimes when I'm watching down, it's not to show you my beautiful head, but it's because I'm trying to also to watch here and to follow a bit, and I have no lag. Because maybe it's my internet connection that is not working. I know that they made a lot of works in my neighborhood, and since the works, maybe it's my internet connection. It's true. I lag.
probably there might be a issue with right now you're lagging because I'm watching on two browsers the live and the stream,
Yeah, but
and
it's not you. It's
the
it's
live is lagging.
yeah.
Earlier when I started watching on my telephone and I was on my Wi-Fi, which is another provider, and it was keep lagging. And then after that, I switched to the telephone data, and it worked flawlessly. But this doesn't happen too much.
No, but I
It's
know that.
random.
But it's annoying, yeah. That's really annoying because it should not be, It should not be. I'm trying to close everything that I have open because it's true that I have like million of window open, but it should not because I have a great computer. But that's annoying. That's really annoying. Anyway, sorry, Thomas, but for some people it's working better, for some less. I don't know, guys. So other question for Bogdan before he leaves. We will play against 12, the derby. We don't know that if we will play against 12. Bogdan, people are appreciating your stickers. Vlad is saying Bogdan stickers game on Telegram is top notch. I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah, I just love them, and I'm trying not to be like I said. I like Allegri or something. It's like it's on a let's say it always matches the the news and what people comment. It's like just they're funny.
But
I
I'm
like
happy.
them.
I wanted also to thank you from real life because you're always super active in the Telegram group on YouTube. You're watching the video and the support is fantastic. So I
Thank you.
really,
Thank you.
really, really, really appreciate it. Also because it's funny answers and it's always like every topic you're commenting. I like it. Really, really
When I
appreciate
have the
it.
time, I try to be there. But sometimes I remember days when I worked so much because I work in the event industry and I know how it is. Sometimes I don't even touch my phone. It's like 40 or 50 notifications, like say. During the Mercato is very, very funny because I end up with my phone. A lot of notifications said I think I will need 40 minutes or 45 minutes just to read everything.
And at the end, nothing happens.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of it. That you have like 50 notifications from everyone, and at the end, we buy nobody.
Yeah.
No, sometimes it's hectic.
The only thing that happens is when you go live with the reply.
He reply. If there is a he reply, then we can confirm if the plane lands. This time, I made super beautiful graphics. I was super happy, and then we used it like just one time. It is what it is. Is there another team that you are following except of Juve?
Football related or
Yeah, or maybe other sport.
probably tennis, but not so much.
Favorite tennis man?
Tennis, but not so much. I usually watched women a lot because we had the rising star of Simona Halep, and all of the country was watching her. And like more, my wife, she was let's
Yeah.
watch Simona play. Let's watch Simona play. And I said, okay, let's play along. And I was watching. It grew a lot on the Romanian female tennis, but not so much. Don't have the time really to watch. I watch Romanian football, which is not so great. My Romanian favorite team is battling for relegation, so yeah,
It's tough, huh? Relegation is tough.
yeah. Everything in Romania is bad because of the management. The owners, for them, it's only profit. It's not let's say making fame or just.
But yeah, yeah. On the other side, it's also difficult to build something that that or hope that will become huge, because it's Romanian football, and at the end, if you build talents, they will leave. You can have that miracle year, but that miracle year will probably bring you in Champions League, and then when you arrive in Champions League, people would have noticed it, and they will buy you the players. So it's difficult also to say, okay, I am an owner from a Romanian team, and I go and I build a team for glory on European soil. It's tough, I believe.
Yeah, it is. And the problem is that the players play like they own their life, and then they get the transfer outside. And I would say after 6 or 1 year, they come back to Romanian on loan. So it's most the mentality that it's not so great.
Question from your Romanian friend. But Elod is saying, what was the player that we missed on a transfer and that you would have loved to see in a Juve shirt?
Sergei Milinkovic-Savic.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was like if he signs, I buy the shirt. Yeah. Probably that's why my shirts have my name on it, because I also have a curse. When I bought a T-shirt with one of the players that I loved, he would immediately leave.
You bought Vidal?
No, I bought Marquisio, and then he got injury, left for St. Petersburg, and then after that I bought Emre Can, which I loved so much when he played at Liverpool, and then he didn't get along with Sarri, so he left again. That's why this one I got with my name.
Yeah, but that's always the problem with shirts. It's so difficult to put names on, and more you get older, more it's difficult. Because they are young. You have experience. Your heart already has been broken with players. You already made a mistake, so it's tough when you say, okay, who would I put, and so, and then the end. At the end, you will end up sad because the Del Piero, the Marquisio. It's difficult. Or you look at this year. I said, okay, this year, Fagioli on the shirt. Double. For me, it's a double because, and he changed number because I had the 44, so he went to 21. And then he had that gambling thing, and so for me, it's a double pain with that shirt of Fagioli. But on the other side, I'm thinking about it in another way. I say, when I'm watching the shirt, for example, so for example, the shirt that you have, I bought with Zakaria on it.
I
Hey,
know, I know.
6 months
I,
and he
I
left.
was thinking the same. I was thinking the same. But after you said first that you bought with Zakaria and said, okay, I will get it with my name.
No, no, but the problem is then I'm looking at the shirts and I'm saying, okay, they are in a part of Juve, of a moment. And then when I'm thinking about Zaccaria, I said, okay, at least, I bought a shirt. He played the first game. He scored a goal in one appearance, one goal. Could have been really great. It's a pity it happens. It's annoying, but it is what it is.
Exactly.
Um, LJJ saying, if Juve are going to be champions this year, I will buy an Allegri shirt. I would never buy a shirt of a coach because it's strange. I would not do that. If we win the league, Allegri becomes the king of Juve. I don't think that people will consider him ever the king of Juve. What other topics did you want to go through, Bogdan? Is there something that you wanted to discuss, to ask, to give your opinion on, whatever?
Well, I would say that we had a pretty good run in the last days, and I don't say that I'm scared, but hope we will have a positive result against Inter, on the 26th of November. That can might be a game changer if we win, or maybe if we draw, we're still there, and probably if we lose, we will acknowledge the level that we are at the moment right now. So yeah,
I am still trying to see it in a calm way. Of course, winning, I think it will be more, winning will be more important for the mental than for the result. Because at the end, you got +1. +1 is nothing.
exactly.
It's nothing. +1 is, for you, is nothing. Because then the game after, you don't win, they win, and it's already over. It will last, like one match day. But mentally, I believe, even if you lose the first spot, the game after, mentally, you know that you have beaten Inter, Fiorentina, Milan, Inter in that case, and you can work on that one if you win. But more than on the ranking, I would consider it more something like, okay, it's an important one for the mental to know that you are able to beat some team in Serie A. Drawing, you're there. Losing, it's tough because then you're shifting the power and you're giving it really to Inter because then they really have already a margin, and on top of that, they build awareness. They beat you in your home, so losing would be annoying.
Yeah. Also, they have a very good team. They have the depth this year. They look very, very okay, very confident, very solid how they are playing. Usually, I try to watch their matches to see their weaknesses or their strong points, but there aren't so many weaknesses at the moment.
If you had the magic wand and you can improve one thing at Juventus this season, what would it be? Only one.
I would improve the attacking and the goal scoring. That is something that we are lacking right now.
A lot, eh?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot. And okay, but that magic wand is limited, so you can give the power to one only player from the attack.
I would give it to
So
probably
the rest
everybody.
remains like they are now.
Yeah, probably will say Vlahovic. I would give it to Keane.
You would give it to Keane?
Yeah,
Ooh, that would be unpopular.
yeah.
That would be unpopular.
Because
Because
Dusan can bounce back and score any moment, but Keane still has some struggles with the moment when he finished it. And usually, at the moment, he really played some very good matches, and he needs to be rewarded with that.
And also, as you said, he's doing quite well in performance-wise, but then he's also a bit unlucky.
Yeah.
And being unlucky for a striker is really annoying. And you saw how Miretti, for example, that was looking for that goal, he was waiting, and the freedom that it gave was important. By the way, I said already multiple times, Miretti will not score against Cagliari, but he will score against Inter. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. I'm nearly sure about it.
Maybe he can do a Fagioli last year thing performance.
That's why I like these kind of things, like a bit in the past, then we can build beautiful stories. I have a last question, because I saw one of the first question of the live, but really in the beginning was, Pepe, it's international break. How will you keep us busy during these days? What should I do on the channel in the days? Something new or something that I didn't do or didn't pay too much attention for? Is there something that I should do a bit more in these coming days of international break?
Well, is it obvious having people from the community live?
True, but I like it. I really like it.
Yeah.
Because it's a nice time. Learn to discover new people, but new people, no, because actually you are familiar faces in the chat, familiar profile pictures, let's say. Yeah. And then having you on is nice, really nice. It's a good moment. I hope you are having a good moment, huh?
Yeah, I'm having. And thank you for having me on. I was trying to get my courage up to do this from let's say a few times earlier, but I didn't had probably the courage or the moment, or usually for me it's a bit late, so sometimes I fell asleep during the lives and I rewatched in the morning on my coffee day or just driving to work.
But on the other side, look, nothing happens, huh? You don't need too much courage at the end. You just show up and we speak about Juve, about something that we love, something that we have in common. So, but I'm super happy because I know on the other side, for me, it's normal. I put the camera on and I go on, but when you never did it, it's always, that barrier of, I want to do it, but should I do it? But look, the quality of the image was right. The sound was great. You had great, valid opinions. You are someone that is familiar with the community. So you did fantastically well.
Thank you.
Bogdan, my friend, you were fantastic. You know it. It's your home. Whenever you want to come, you come. Of course, like Lil G said a bit earlier, I want to come up, but I prefer, rotating people. But when there is a time, or you, Lil G, whatever, whoever wants to, they just pop on. Grazie, my friend.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
Ciao.
Bye.
Again, a nice member of the channel. Really nice. I like the Mondays. Mondays are perfect. Starts to be my perfect days. I was doing on Monday the lives on the channel of Romeo Agresti. Then because of work-related things, he couldn't anymore on Mondays. So I wanted to still do something. And then, we tried, I think it's 3 or 4 weeks ago, we tried with the first time. And since I want to make something, but I need, a specific thumbnail for that, like one thumbnail when it's clear that they will be the members of the channel that will be on. We need to work on that for the future as well. What are the other news that we didn't speak about? Jadon Sancho, Juventus, they were, or apparently according to Fabrizio Romano, asked information about Jadon Sancho. They want him on loan with the part of the salary paid by Manchester United. At the moment, there is not really a big opening. It's not a closure, but not a big opening. Why? Because they are waiting for other offers, of course, clearly. If they can sell him, they will. Then at the end, but if it starts like that, it means that probably if it happens, it happens on the 29th, 30th of January. So that means that you are even missing a player for even one more month. Then the time that he comes in Italy, that he trains, that he understands a bit, it's already like February, March. So then you have a player for like 3 months. So, that's a bit annoying part, especially because it's not a player that is ready. If you take a goalkeeper is going in the goal. If you take a central defender that is playing with 3, he comes and he fulfill one of the 3 positions. If it's one for the one that you need actually to change your way of playing, I see it quite difficult. Doesn't mean that Juventus is not interested, that Manchester United will not make it happen, but I see it difficult. Ciao Paul, grande Bogdan. What is the question of Rob? Beppe, will we ever see the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on the channel ever again? That was fantastic, huh? That was fantastic. Fantastic. Can we see it back again? We could. Need to prepare the questions, of course, but that was great. Whoever watched from the people that are now, we are not a lot, by the way. Whoever watched an episode of the Who Wants to Be Millionaire on the channel? It was the early beginning of the channel. But these were brilliant video. I like them a lot. These were really nice videos. Look here, you can see them here. Who wants to be the ultimate that was the question. Who wants to be the ultimate Juve fan? I shaved my beard. It was in COVID time. But I had Who Wants to Be. Yeah, it was these ones. They were really great. But you see, we did one with 188 views, 216 views for another episode, 213 for episode. Then I had an Italian one with 503 views. It was the beginning of the channel. But they were really long at the end. It was like 1 hour average, 1 hour of video, and the preparation was long and but I really love to do that. So these were really nice videos. Jersey battles were really great as well. So Rob watched them, Dr. Wills watched them. Beppe, Slate shows motivate me to work a few more hours. I like the company. You see, Johnny, grande Johnny. I'm happy if I can do that. I watched it, but on replay because I didn't follow the channel back then. No, they were really nice, Dr. Wills. They were extremely. I really like them. But it's take a lot of time to prepare and the questions, and to agree with 2 partners. That also need the time to do it. First, they need to have time on the same moment, and on top of that, they need also a bit of affinity. Like it's difficult if you take like 2 random person that do not know each other. It's a bit tough. So you need also 2 person that knows a bit, so that you have a bit of affinity. But I like that really a lot. These were great. These were really great. So, and then also preparing, because also how I was doing it, if I remember well, I prepared everything in advance, in the question as well, the graphics, so I was able to show them. And when you're doing everything alone, it's tough. It's take a lot of time. Or you do like this, you can do like you ask question to 2 people, you have no edits, and you go, but then visually it's not wow, it's not wow. So, but yeah, we can do it one day with the community, yeah. Yeah, I remember Juve Therapy. Roman was doing it in the past as well. It was the same period. And he did something because I was invited. He did a competition between content creators and people, Juve people from Twitter and so on. And I remember there was a kind of contest about the quiz, which was really well done. Was also well. It's a different way, because there it was like two person against each other. He was asking the questions, on the paper, which requires a lot of preparation. And he was asking, and then you answer. What I was doing was totally different. Was it at the game Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So I was asking the question that you were able to see on screen. They were the 4 options that were coming, and you had like 15 questions, and they were playing actually in duo. So it was not one against the other; it was in duo. And they had like also jokers. They had a possibility to, if I'm not wrong, one question they had like 1 minute to check on Google if they were able to find the question or the answer, but it took so much time, but it was nice. The charity marathon was a really nice one. Yeah, it was nearly 7 hours with nearly everyone from Juve content creator from the past, with some journalists. That was a really great one. At the end, we collected, I believe, over €1,000 that we gave in charity. No, I was super happy. Here he is. He's back, Mohamed Youssef. I was missing Mohamed Youssef. I don't see him a lot anymore. So because I don't do that many lives, so I'm happy that our friend just tuned in at the end. Anthony Trimboli also wanted to join one of these days. So Anthony, if you are still listening, you are always welcome. You know that. What else? Not a lot, ragazzi. That was it. So, 1 hour 40. And my wife knows you from the charity marathon because we decorated the Xmas tree with you. You see? You were watching and then you were putting the Christmas tree. You see, fantastic. I love the drawings by Alessia in the background. Yeah, they are here. The camera. Usually we don't see them. I have Gatti, Danilo, Dusan Vlahovic. Then I have the poster here. You don't see it here. It's the one of Turin Giants with Del Piero, Il Capitano. And then you have that shirt. That was the first vintage shirt that my wife bought for me. And she picked a really great one. I already buy myself one. But that was the one that she picked up for me. A good choice. I don't say sorry. I'm happy when you're busy, Mohammed. When you're busy, then life is good. Then I'm super happy. Did I forget something? Locatelli, Cambiaso, Moiskin, Dean Huijsen, back pain, healing to Tottenham. Apparently there was an offer from Salernitana for a sporting director at the moment, Manna, but he would love to stay at Juve. So let's see. Opinion about Tudor to Napoli. At the moment it's not done yet. Was there anything to win? No. When we were doing the things, charity, there was it was people were invited and we were asking to go on a GoFundMe, so there was nothing to win except, of course, for the charity that we donated. But during these contests, no, there was nothing to win except of course, 1 million virtual euros and eternal fame, of course, eternal fame. No, there was nothing to win. It was more to entertain the people that were watching more than winning something. Oh, ragazzi, you see, there were like 200 views, so the channel was really small back then. Was extremely small. Glory and fame. Opinion to Tudor, it's not done yet. Look, my opinion is, I think it's a good coach, but he needs to take good decision at a certain moment. It's a passionate person. It's a big passionate person. I think, or it clicks and okay, or if he goes, because he needs time to accept. And I believe, look, De Laurentiis, he tried again with Conte. Conte said no, because it's also a passionate, fire people. And he knows it, and with De Laurentiis makes no sense. So he said no. Tudor asked for time, because if I'm not wrong, that would be the biggest team next to Marseille that he coached. But De Laurentiis is the problem. So I'm not sure if they would if they will get along. They get along as long as you have results. From the moment that you have no result, then you have a problem with De Laurentiis, because he wants to micromanage everything, and he's rude. It's not a nice guy. It's not one that is giving you trust or that is supporting you when things are not going well. So I think it would be a dangerous choice personally for Tudor. On the other side, De Laurentiis was, that's the funny thing, Jim. De Laurentiis was mocking a bit Giuntoli and Juve when he said, I didn't know that he was that big of a fan of Juve, speaking about Giuntoli. If I knew earlier, I would have let him go even sooner. He's looking for two coaches. He's looking for one coach to replace Garcia, who is really looking for or Tudor or Antonio Conte. More Juventus than Tudor and Conte, it's difficult. More Juventini than them, it's difficult to find them. So it's funny. If I knew that he was that much of a Juve fan, I would have let him go for earlier, speaking about Giuntoli, and now he's looking for the reincarnation of Juventini, Tudor and Conte. Ragazzi, you see, it's blah 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 blah, but it's the same as Inter. They hate, then they buy Asamoah, Marotta, Vidal, Antonio Conte. Ragazzi, hate, but at the end, if they can copy, if they can have some Juve. Now Quadrado, he did one dribble, they fell in love. He did, I promise you, he did one dribble. Quadrado is better than Dumfries. He will not be loved by Inter fans because at the end he's not playing because of injuries. By the way, we don't speak enough about it, but good decision, I think, of Juve. But it's true, huh? It's true, ragazzi. It's blah 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 blah. But as soon as they have the opportunity to sign a player, a coach of Juve, someone from Juve, they go, and the supporters that they hate, then they glorify the person that they have in their team. So we don't appreciate. Look at the welcome of Paulo Dybala at Roma. Look at the welcome of Dybala at Roma. It's a bit that Mr. Bean copying homework. Guys, for the people that were seeing a bit of delay a bit earlier, do you still have the same problem, or is it getting a bit better now? As we have no guests. Is it better now, or maybe it's just, when I'm with guests, I don't know. Is it getting better now? I don't know if Thomas is there, because Thomas had some problems. You see? Thomas is saying the delay is gone. I can finally follow. Better now. It lagged for a few seconds from time to time, and then it fixed itself. Let me check something. No. I need to check the speed test. I think they did it on purpose. Because they are putting actually everything lower. So I'm going now. Let's see. Maybe someone knows a bit about speed of internet. I'm streaming. Don't forget that. So I'm streaming now. But they're installing fiber everywhere, and I think that they lower the quality of internet everywhere, because since then I have a bit less good internet connection. But look, at the moment, you see, I have a ping of 9, but I'm streaming, don't forget that. I have a ping of 9. I have a download of 89 and I have an upload of 23.4. Yeah, it depends. It's probably me. I don't know. Hopefully, it will not last too long. Something is happening that there are only 68 people watching. Oh, that's also something that I noticed. We are really a few. Also because it's not one that I just did like last minute. I've put it on, like 2-3 hours earlier. We are really not a lot of people in the chat. You see, Goldbridge had the same here. 0. Boop. I don't know what's happening, ragazzi. It's international break. People are tired. I don't know, but we are really 68 is really low. Huh? It's really low, and I kept it really for a long time. Huh? Elliot has 600 Mbps. That's that's a lot. No, 10 times not because I'm 90, but 7, 8, yes. No, but now I will close. Now I will close the live. I will go to sleep because we spoke about everything. So and I'm tired. Ragazzi, we see each other tomorrow. Tomorrow I do again the video. YouTube makes it laggy for non-premium. No, I don't know, but I know that they are changing a lot of things with their ad and with this and with that. They are doing a lot of things. So I don't. Wait, what could be the problem of this live? I don't know, because we are really not. It's true, huh? We are really not a lot. Did I do something wrong? Did I plan something wrong? Let me check. Maybe I did something wrong. No, it's public. So it's for everyone. It's not only for members. I put the tags on. It's on sport category. Live chat replay. Everything is as usual. It's really strange. Really strange. But it is what it is. Today people were tired. But I have to say also, last time I was on the Juve channel and we were doing, like on Juve Twitch and on Juve YouTube, and there were audio sync problems. That was really annoying. Notification could be, I don't know. I don't know. Ragazzi, thank you. You were fantastic. We'll see each other tomorrow morning. Grazie, forza. Ciao. Sorry for the inconvenience. Ciao, ciao.